Hello traders, the title of the video is ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks one ought to know. Alright, do you trade the ABCDE wave pattern? Are you looking for ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks that one ought to know? Well, let's get started. The ABCDE correct wave is a very powerful area wave pattern that allows area wave traders to time the market accurately at the end of the E manual wave of the ABCDE. Instead of waiting till the end of the E wave before having a bit of idea what is likely to take place, there are other indications that can help us to improve our ABCDE trading. Today, I have recorded a few videos. So the first videos that I was recording was about how to avoid ABCDE corrective wave pattern trading mistakes, part 1 to part 3. Have you watched those videos? If you did, thank you very much. Then I also recorded today another video that I titled Wave Pattern Trader Reveals the Most Important ABCDE Internal Waves. Have you watched that? At the 24 Area Waves YouTube channel. Alright? So this is the continuation of the discussion about mastering ABCDE and most importantly, trading the ABCDE wave pattern more profitably. Talking about ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks one ought to know. One want to pay attention to the B manual wave and the D manual wave of the ABCDE. B for Bravo and D for Delta. Alright, I have already talked about the C wave and the E wave that can help us to improve the ABCDE corrective wave trading. Now we want to focus on the B wave and the D wave. Alright, how can the B and the D wave help an area wave trader improve the ABCDE corrective wave trading? Very often, you want to understand, so anytime you are trading area wave, apart from the theory, you want to ask questions like your children always ask, why daddy, why mommy, why? Okay, so you want to know why the B wave can help us, why the D wave can help us. So if there was an up move fast, all right, the A, C, and E wave are contra trend. So they are trying to shut it down during the A, C, and E wave, all right? And people are trying to buy during the B and the D wave. So the B and the D wave are not contra trend as such because the prior move was bullish before the correction of ABCDE is starting. Therefore, the B and the D wave are not contra trend as such. They are trying, those who are participating in the B and the D wave are supporting the trend. They try to push it up. Alright, so by monitoring the B and the D wave, we can have a bit of idea what is likely to take place. This is true in an uptrend and also in a downtrend. You want to know what is likely to take place, more likely to take place apart from the A and the C, which we talked about already in another video. We want to concentrate on the B and the D wave, which are not contra trend. They are supporting the trend, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. So how do we do that? Alright. Instead of paying attention to the structure of the B and the D wave, as we did for the A and the C, we don't do that. We don't pay attention too much to the structure of the B and the D wave. All we are paying attention to, we want to see whether the B or the D wave has broken above the triangle, because the ABCDE wave pattern is an area wave triangle. So you want to look and check whether the B and the D wave, the wave that are supporting the trend, are breaking above the triangle in an uptrend or are breaking below the triangle in a downtrend. That will help us to have a bit of idea that people are more likely to support the trend. All right. The reason is, so you see here, price went up, okay, and pulled back, forming the A wave. The B wave is now being formed. If it goes above the triangle, it means that people are more enthusiastic to buy the stock. They can't wait. Those who were buying before, all right, are now ready to take it from those who are trying to sell it. So because of that strength, because of that enthusiasm, all right, very often you will see that the B wave will break above the triangle. If the B wave doesn't break above the triangle, sometimes you will see that the D for delta, will break above the triangle, again revealing the strength or the enthusiasm of those who are supporting the trend, whether in an uptrend or in a downtrend. So this is about how, okay, this is about ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks one ought to know. If you are trading ABCDE, that tips and tricks, you must know it using the B and the D wave to have a bit of an idea whether a breakout is likely to take place. I have a warning for traders. The information that I have provided to them doesn't mean that definitely when the B and the D wave breaks above the triangle in an uptrend or break below the triangle in a downtrend, it does not mean that definitely, okay, we'll have a continuation of the trend. It does not mean that. All is telling us that there is a high chance that the trend may continue. There is more enthusiasm, desire to support the trend. That's all. But sometimes, this is a warning, you may see that the B wave may break above the triangle, or the D wave may break above the triangle in an uptrend or below it in a downtrend, but the trend may not continue at all. The trend may fail. But all they are telling us is that there is a high chance, high probability that the trend may continue, provided that the market environment is good and the fundamentals are also solid. People will not continue to buy a stock that is overbought or more than 5 times its book value, but that is not creating any future that do not gain more market share. Well, it's very, very important information. But technically speaking, anytime we see the B or the D wave of the ABCDE breaking above the triangle in an uptrend or below it in a downtrend, for us technical traders, we take note. We will acknowledge that warning. But we will only follow the price using a different time frame trading method. I want to show you something. Stay with me. I recommend to traders to watch the full length of this. So those are different type of a triangle that we have, because the ABCDE is an alien wave triangle. So this is a bit of illustration about ascending triangle. It's not very ascending here. Okay, descending, not descending very much. All right. Okay, close the triangle. This is it, and now here it is, another triangle, expanded triangle. Okay, so those are different type of triangle. I have another example I want to show you so you can see what I'm talking about. That is one good example I saw earlier on using Google. Here it is. This is one example here. You see, A, B, C. All right. Now D is here. Now you can see that the B wave breaks above the range. So understand that the ABCDE is a triangle. Sometimes you will see it will be in a rectangle. This is one example here, which means instead of seeing a clear-cut triangle, you may see the price going horizontal. It's normal. It's still ABCDE. All right? But pay attention to the B wave. Sometimes you break above the range, if it's horizontal, or break above the triangle in an uptrend. So here you see like this, you will say, oh, probably it's likely, the trend is likely to continue. Apart from everything else that I've said in a video that I titled Wave Pattern Trader reveals the most important ABCDE internal wave. We were talking about the A, we were talking about the wave C and wave E. Don't forget that. Don't ignore that. All right. When you are applying this strategy, don't forget that. Okay. But in order to have a bit of idea whether the price has a high chance to go up or the trend to continue, we want to monitor, okay, the B and the D wave. We are not paying attention as such to the structure. We are just looking to and check whether the B wave is breaking above the range in an uptrend or breaking below the range in a downtrend. Same thing for the D wave. D for delta. All right, I have not finished yet. Stay with me, please. All right, so those are the things that we need to take into consideration anytime we are dealing with, okay, the ABCDE, okay, a triangle. Sometimes the triangle can be a little bit messy, all right, very messy, and you need to keep your eye wide open to understand exactly what is taking place. So all in all, the B and the D wave are not contra trend. All right, they are supporting the trend, whether in an uptrend or in a downtrend, but we want to check whether there is more enthusiasm or more desire to buy the stock or sell it in a downtrend. So I have one example here. See here, so we have this move up, you see now? Okay, and now we have the A move. Look at that, this B wave. Look how far it went out. It went high, isn't it? From a higher high in comparison to this one. It break a resistance. It was prolonged, it was dynamic, followed by C. Okay, D was quite small, so there is a bit of contrast between the B and the B. So this is D for delta, was not as strong, but the B wave was quite strong. So this information here, this is what we are talking about. This is not a clean-cut triangle, you see. It's not a clean-cut triangle as such, but you can see that the B wave went above the high of the first this prior high here, and it was quite strong, okay, alerting us that there is a demand after this move pullback. People are more enthusiastic to buy it, and it break above the high of the prior high here, and it went up big time. All right, so by looking at what has happened here during this B wave, we will take a note and say, well, it looks to me that Johnson & Johnson has a high chance to go up more. The trend is more likely to go up after the structure of this B wave. The D wave, D for delta, did not give us any information. It was quite slow, quite small, but the B wave did give us some information here. Okay. Price went up a bit, not very much as we will expect after this information here. This is what we are talking about. Going one step at a time using the top-down trading method, acknowledging support and resistance level and price target level. Now look at this triangle here. This is the A, this is the B. B was not extended at all, did not go above the high of the prior high here. It was just normal, no information from the B wave. Now, traders who were watching the previous video that I mentioned twice already know that here somebody looking at the C and the E wave will get some information here. But look at the D wave, D for delta. This is what we are seeing here. You see now, the D went above the triangle. It's the D wave went above the triangle. But look at the E wave. The E wave crashed below it. So here, as it goes below the triangle, people will become bearish, and we ignore this information given by the D wave. But as the price goes back inside the triangle and finds support, we will say that probably this information is still in place. So the information provided by the D wave was invalidated by the fact that the E wave brought the price back below the triangle. But as the price goes back inside the triangle and finding the support, that information, that's indication given to us by the D wave, become again valid, and we need to keep eyes on it. First time we discount that information. Second time the price back into the triangle, we will pay attention one more time to that information again, and finally the price went above the triangle and went up. So this information provided here, though it was discounted by the fact that the E wave went below the triangle, the price went back inside, and it was a good information provided by the D wave of the ABCDE corrective pattern. So talking about the ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks one ought to know as an earlier wave technical trader. Attention to the B and the D wave, internal waves of the ABCDE corrective wave. If the B or D wave breaks above the triangle in an uptrend, we'll acknowledge that the trend has a high chance to continue. If the B or the D wave break below the triangle in the downtrend, we will conclude that there is a high chance that the downtrend has a high chance to continue. But we do not assume anything, as I already demonstrated to you here. Sometimes there may be some invalidation, but be very patient and keep eyes on the ball. If there is no confirmation of the information provided by the B or the D wave, well, we just flow with the price, drawing the channel and trading on the edge of the trend line. And in all cases, we want to use a top-down trading method. So a lot of area wave traders love to use the ABCDE wave pattern because it's a powerful tool that allows traders to time the market at the end of E. Sometimes things can become very, very complex. As an area wave trader, we always want to know, okay, we want to have an edge. We want to know what is likely to take place. We want to use the area wave pattern to forecast the market. By looking at the price action of the B and the D internal waves of the ABCDE, we can have a bit of idea what is likely to take place. In all cases, we are not assuming anything. We stay cool, all right, and we keep our eyes on the ball, which is the price itself, trading on the edge, okay, and using a top-down trading method. So this will conclude our discussion today about ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks. One ought to know. If you have any question or suggestion, please put in the comment section. And in due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. In the next tutorial, I will be talking about how to combine ABCDE corrective pattern and a trading volume like a pro. Be there and be on time. It will be an amazing tutorial. If this video has been truly useful to you, please let us know by giving us the thumbs up. If you dislike it, mark it down. That will put us under pressure to improve our next recording. However, if you think this is an essential tutorial that can help other area wave traders, feel free to share it with your friend on Google+, on Twitter, and also on Facebook. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel today and click on the notification bell so anytime we record a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. So this will conclude our discussion today about ABCDE wave pattern trading tips and tricks one ought to know. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTW 24 traders. Happy trading to you all. And I will speak to you soon. Thank you for watching.